everyone, welcome back to more Digimon World 3. Now, I'm doing a lot of stuff off screen. As you can see here, I have all of my pocket Digimons at level 18. I would prefer to get them a little bit higher level, but that's all I managed to do before stream started. I just managed to get Renamon to level 18 and Agumon to level 18. Yes, I know at the end of last stream I was walking around with a Guillemon that was still level 1. However, after doing some research on how to get the third secret mega and how difficult it was going to be to get that mega Digimon with Guillemon, I then decided on to do with Agumon instead. Because Agumon had a way easier time to get the third secret mega Digimon. Because if I would have continued with Guillemon, I would have been stuck with the third mega only at the end game and post game. But with Agumon, I could get him slightly earlier than that. So therefore, this gotta be my team. Altamon, Agumon, and Renamon. I know Agumon is slow to get experience, he's just as slow as Patamon, but that's what I'll have to do to get all the partner Digimons, or to use all the Digimon that I want to do. Now, as you can see on my screen, playtime it says 17 hours. That's because while I was grinding, I was doing it at double speed. So that's why it says like 4 hours have passed when all it took was like 3 hours of grinding to get to this point. So yeah, we will now continue on. Last time we left, I was able to find a way to get to the second area, or the third area. So we will do that, and then we get to explore the third area and see how much I get to accomplish. And hopefully I will not get stuck to the point where grinding is needed, because as of now, I'm gonna try to leave all the grinding off screen. Or at least when I have to do major grinding, I'm gonna leave that off screen to make my playthrough a bit more fluid. So I'm back here in Suzaku City, because last time we left off I was in Asuka City, but now I'm back in Suzaku City because I've been doing grinding, and I have really optimized my Agumon grinding to ensure that I will get that third mega. I will show you guys in a second with what I mean that I have optimized Agumon's training. There. Now Agumon's level 18. And as you see, he already has Skull Greymon, and Skull Greymon is already level 31. So he's already like third way through to get Black War Greymon Agumon. So yeah, that's what I mean with that I have optimized the grinding of my Agumon. That I've made sure that he got Skull Greymon as soon as possible, and then just immediately stuck with using Skull Greymon. Now, I know I technically have to level 40 to get Black War Greymon to level 99, but I want to be extra sure that at the 440 that I will already have Black War Greymon level 99, so that once I reach level 40, I can just start working my way towards the second Digimon and get to level 99. So instead of needing maybe like 2 more level ups to get Black War Greymon to level 99, because I got down to like 95. So therefore, as quick as possible, I'm gonna finish off Black War Greymon, Agumon, and then after I got Black Greymon to level 99, and I'm not level 40, then I will look into just side projects, like for example, ground or other things that Agumon loves. And the way that I did with Agumon's grinding to optimize it was that for like the first 10 levels, or like from level 1 through 5, I beat up the things that a rookie could beat up. Then at level 5 through 10, I just beat up Coelamon at Asuka City. That's what I did. I just bullied a bunch of Coelamon to level 10. And then after level 10, I started bullying Seedramons with Agumon until level 14. And then at level 14 to 18, I just took care of Shalmons. Or, to be precise, I started grinding with Shalmons with Agumon as soon as I learned Skullgreymon. So that is why he's level 31, because it took him like 30-ish battles to get from level 15 to 18. Because it was around level 15 when I got Skullgreymon. And mind you, that was 30 battles with Shalmon. And Shalmon gives a lot more experience than Seedramon. So Shalmon gives almost 100 experience, while Shalmon gives 50 experience. So yeah, because it's like Patamon, that's why Agumon needed to get to level 18. 5,456 experience points. Compared to Kotamon that only needed 4,828. So it's not that much bigger than Kotamon, but when I go to Renamon, it's slightly more apparent. Because Renamon needed 4,200 to reach level 18, and then Agumon 5,400. So that's 1,200 more experience that Agumon needed compared to Renamon. And that's like 12 whole Shalmons worth of experience. So therefore, Renamon, I just kept using Seedramon pumps. But Agumon, I did Shalmon. And as you can see with Renamon, since she's leveled up level 2, she now has Growlmon, which she learned as soon as Digimon reached level 20. And I've already gotten Growlmon to level 21. So I believe I'm like halfway through to getting War Growlmon, which is very good. I'm just gonna cross-reference to see if I could, like if it was level 40 or not, because some of these champions vary from rookie to rookie. Like some of them need to be level 40, others need to be level 50, which is odd. Okay, good. Yeah, it's level 40. Now, according to my notes, it also says that Renamon has to be level 25 before I can get War Growlmon. And we'll just have to find out if that's true. If that is true, then, well, once I reach level 20, level 40 with Growlmon and I don't have War Growlmon, then I will just train, I am assuming it will be Taomon. Because I would be level 20 at that point, because there's no way there's going to be like 19 more battles before Renamon reaches level 20, since she's the fastest one on my team to level. So probably have learned Taomon, so then I'll probably just use Taomon to level 25, and then go back to and then start using War Growlmon. But anywho, to get to the third area, they technically want you to like walk around and talk with some NPCs to figure out clues. However, I already know what it is you need to do, so what we need to do is go back to like around the area where Sepicmon's house was. There you go. There, the game was a little bit low on my own. There we go. No need to fight you, Woodman. Go away. Let's say we have to go to around. Dude, what's up with the enemies now? They weren't that frequent when I was grinding. And I know, because I had to walk from Asuka City to Suzaku City where I trained Agumon. They were not this frequent when I was grinding, when I needed fights. But now I just want to progress the story, I run into enemies left and right. The heck? Like the game knows. Now I don't want encounters, therefore it's gonna give me encounters. Okay, I'm gonna encounter Joy. A little Demi-Devimon. Fine, I'll bully the Demi-Devimon. Well, while we're going to Sebikmon's house, I might as well just talk a little bit more about Digimon. Like the latest news with Time Stranger has got me very excited about the game. With how it plays, based off the trailers, which Digimons like were revealed, which I'm not necessarily gonna say which were revealed, because it might be considered a spoiler. I know it's already out there on like Reddit and other Discord servers and whatnot that have already spoiled, like, oh, which Digimon got revealed and whatnot. But I'm not gonna mention them. I'm just gonna have to say I am happy to see returning classics get featured in Time Stranger. And the models look phenomenal. Like I really like how much more defined the muscles are for everyone in Time Stranger. Because they look a lot tougher when they are buff. And that just makes sense because if you just think about real life, you are more afraid of a guy that is super buff that's gone to the gym than you are of a guy that's scrawny. Like you're not gonna necessarily suspect, oh, this scrawny person is gonna hurt me, but the buff person, you're like, oh man, he might attack me. So the fact that those Digimons are more buff in Time Stranger, I really like. Now, as I said, you have to go to around the area of Sepikmon's house, but instead of going towards Sepikmon's house, the bridge upwards here, you go downwards. Oh, wait, never mind. I went the wrong way, but there was a treasure chest I didn't pick up, so it still served its use. Right, it's around this bridge area. You're supposed to turn a different direction. Hello again, Yamamon. Don't know why I said again, but that's probably because I've encountered enough Yamamons in the playthrough that I warrant a hello again. Just stop beating these up. They don't really give Melagramon the experience he needs. Anyway, it's here. You turn the corner here. When you almost goes towards Jungle Grave, here's a bridge. And you reach an area that's called Bio Swamp. Now, if you go down the bridge and then go towards the other bridge, I will be able to show you once this Whalem. Okay, I'm not gonna fight you, Whalemon. I've fought enough of you today with Agumon. I don't need to bully any more Whalemons. Anyway, you cross this bridge and you see this building. Now, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to interact with it from behind. Yeah, you can't see anything, but you're supposed to press X behind it. And then the person will say, or the player will say this. What is that? There's something written on the back. I think I saw it somewhere. I can't recollect. There, that's a clue for what you need to do next. So then you're supposed to go to Sepikmon's house, if I'm not mistaken, talk to Sepikmon, and he's gonna give you instruction of what you need to do next to be able to get inside the building, since there were no doors to enter that building. Which means you're gonna need to find ulterior means to find your way in. There you go. Just having an ultimate level is so nice. Like after using Renamon for like 3 levels, it's night and day between using the ultimate level Digimon and a champion level Digimon in this game. Like both Agumon and Kotemon two-shots Seadramon, but Renamon as a Growlmon takes 4 hits to take down Seadramon. And Seadramon is not even supposed to be that strong compared to the rookie's level. It just shows that's how much stronger the base attack of the ultimate level is compared to a champion level. Alright, so we gotta go back to Sepikmon's house. If I'm not mistaken. You defeated Saku leader. I guess you're one strong tamer. Okay, okay. I remember incorrectly. You're not supposed to talk to Sepikmon after interacting with that house. You're supposed to talk to, I believe, Gatomon in this inn you're supposed to talk to? Hello, Gekomon. Bye, Gekomon. I'm not gonna fight you. No! Don't you dare land in confusion. No. Don't. Son of a... Ah, I have to fight this stupid Gekomon now. Confessing that worked. Both worked. Stupid Gekomon is forcing me to defeat it. I didn't want to, but it forced me to do it. Because of its stupid confusion. And it's exactly why I didn't want to fight the Gekomon, because I knew Metagame was not going to level up from that. Stupid Gekomon. Well, we're supposed to talk to Patamon in Sasaki City? Oh no, wait, no, I think I remember. You're supposed to talk to like a random person in freaking Phoenix Bay for some reason. Like in Phoenix Bay, a person just spawns, and for some reason, your instinct is supposed to be, hey, I need to talk to this random person, because that random person knows exactly where the digi-egg that you need to cross the sea is. And then after talking to that person, you're supposed to like interact with the building again, talk to Sepikmon, and Sepikmon's gonna tell you what you need to do next to enter that building. Then you do that, and then you can get this stupid digi-egg. It's not how necessarily convoluted it's to make this part of the story. Especially since they force you back into Asuka City directly after beating Suzaku leader to the whole administration center thingy. So for some people, they wouldn't necessarily remember, like, oh yeah, Suzaku leader said talk to people to find out where to go next. They wouldn't necessarily remember that. I don't think they handled the administration center bit poorly. Like they should have had you do that section after you found like the digi egg. So like, oh, you got the thing to cross the sea, but then Tao goes like, oh wait, before we go to the third area, let's go back to Asuka City and check up on Teddy. That would have made more sense story-wise than to do it right before you're supposed to find your way to the third area. Like, oh yeah, by the way, before you can actually find your way to the third area, let's have you backtrack to the first area of the game. We need to dress up as Agumons. For the game only to tell you, oh, go to the third area. Alright, go to it again. There we go. This person spawns that is here. For some reason, she knows. Yeah, I was looking for a cat in Bio Swamp. behind the shrine and saw the crest of reliability. I wonder why it was there. Yeah, after talking to that random person in a corner that's out of the way in Phoenix Bay, because, there's absolutely nothing in that corner. It's just a dead end. There's no reason to incentivize a player to go in that corner ever. It's not like, oh, there's a treasure chest there. But yeah, you're supposed to go to Phoenix Bay, talk to that random person that talks about a cat, which doesn't make sense that she goes, I was looking for a cat, considering she's in the freaking, she's supposed to be like in the digital world right now. It's like supposed to be a Digimon Online, so I don't know what she was doing looking for a regular cat in the swamp. Right, so talk to that random lady that mentioned a cat, then go to Bio Swamp, interact with that building, find out the crest reliability, then go talk to Sepicmon. Then Sepicmon's gonna tell you to go talk to Baronmon, and then Baronmon's gonna give you a short little fetch quest, and then after you do that little short fetch quest for him, you can then enter that building and then get to the third area. The only clue you have is you're supposed to just look around for someone to talk to is the fact that Suzaku leader says ask around. But that's still so vague. You're saying ask around. Like they could have handled that better. Like I know Suzaku leader's not supposed to give you a hint of how to get to the third area, but she still could have given a better hint. It's, oh yeah, talk to someone. Well, Amon, I'm still not gonna bother with you. If you will fetch your friend Seedramon, I can whack him with my metal arm, but not Coelum. There it is, the symbol of sincerity. Yeah, that's a translation error. Since the woman that you spoke to said the crest of reliability. So the fact that the protagonist says symbol of sincerity is a translation error. I know this because like in Japanese version, like the reliability is not called reliability. It's like called like honesty or something like that. And then sincerity is called like something else, so they mix them up. But it's supposed to be because of reliability. Then it's the digi-egg of reliability. I'm gonna say it correctly because it's a translation error in here. But how am I supposed to break down the wall? Maybe Sepicmon can help. Yeah, then you're supposed to go talk to Sepicmon because the game just straight up told you go talk to Sepicmon. And then Sepicmon's gonna go tell you, oh, talk to Baron, who's all the way back in Protocol Ruins in the Suga server. And this is definitely one of those games that would benefit from quick travels. Like, if they were to ever make a remake or a remaster of this game, a quick travel would go a long way to make this game better. Since you have to jump around so much. That's my friend Baron about bombs. Baron is good at making bombs. Yeah, that's how you're gonna get inside that building that has the J ability. You're gonna ask Baron to make you a bomb. Not Gekomon again. Please do not force me to defeat you, Gekomon. Thank you. Let's go to the East Sector again. It's so much fun to go back and forth to the East Sector. The Picking Forest. Oh yeah, now that the game wanted to go to the third area, more DRI agents have spawned. Specifically, the DRI agent for Renamon and Patamon have spawned. Because their ultimate is in the third area. And both of them are in Central Park, the DRI agents for Patamon and Renamon. Patamon is by the old lady, this lady that stands by the hole and goes, "Oh, I wonder what this hole does." Whilst Renamon's DRI agent is on top of the training gym. That is where Renamon is. Since I already have a Patamon and a Renamon, I cannot exactly show you exactly where Bogdan Talmon is, but at least I can show you where the DRI agents, because they're just gonna tell you, hey, please take good care of Patamon and Renamon, because that's what the game does. When you already have the Digimon that they're looking for, they just tell you, hey, you better take care of them. Or say something like, oh, you're so lucky to have that Digimon on your party. Now, you may remember that there was never such a thing as a Kakatorimon in Wire Forest. That's because after you do the administration center and you go back to looking for a way to go into the third area, they start spawning slightly stronger Digimons here and there in Central Sector. For Wire Forest, the ones they spawned is a Kakatorimon, who is very quick to flee. Like, this much is a rare occasion with it attacking, but normally Kakatorimon like flees as soon as it sees an enemy. Because while I was training Agumon as an Agumon, I ran into like a Kakatorimon 3 times, and all 3 times the Kakatorimon just instantly fled. Which is insane, because the Kakatorimon could have just attacked my Agumon and be done with it. But the Kakatorimon instead just went, ah, an Agumon, and fled. And in Kicking Forest, what's been added is a red Vegemon. That they've gone like, oh, now red Vegemon can spawn. And for Divermon Lake, it is that Seedramon can now spawn in Divermon Lake. Listen, just slightly stronger opponents are joining the overworld. And here's Barramon. What? Oh, a TNT chip. Sorry, I don't have all the ingredients. If I had a TNT ball, I could make it in a jiffy. Now, the game never tells you how to exactly get a TNT ball, but the way you're supposed to get a TNT ball is by... Also, hello, Barramon. Fancy seeing you here that can actually fight you. It's a bit weird that you can fight Baronmon, considering that you spoke to Baronmon. It just becomes a comedic thing, like, oh yeah, I spoke to Baronmon, supposed to make a bomb. And then on my way out, Baronmon goes, oh, by the way, fight me. Anyway, as I was saying before fighting Baronmon again, well, not again, but just fighting Baronmon, was the way to get the TNT ball that Baronmon wants to make a chip is by defeating Triceramon in Tyranno Valley. Yep, because Triceramon can drop a TNT ball. And the only instances you would be able to run into Triceramon is if you were, making way to Master Tyrannomon and then just locked into a TNT ship, or after beating up Keith by the Asuka Bridge after defeating Savior Leader, because his Triceramon can also drop a TNT bomb. Otherwise, if you're like me, you never ran into a TNT ball because you were just unlucky. You now have to do a fetch quest that is completely reliant on luck, unless you have one specific thing, and that is a Groundmon at level, I think like 25, is when Groundmon learns the skill Picking Claw, which will allow him to steal items from an opponent. The thing is, though, only Guilmon starts off with Groundmon or Renamon. But even still, you would need to have gotten Groundmon to level 25 and then used Picking Claw on Triceramon. So either way, it still becomes a fetch quest if you didn't luck into a TNT ball early in the game.